Hey Reds, what a spectacle that was! The fans barely had time to settle into their seats at the stadium, on their couches, or in the pub before Liverpool were already 2 goals up.
Oh, come on!
But how did we go from the best start in European competition to suddenly teetering on the edge of disaster? Why did the ghost of Llorente make Anfield hold its breath once again? This match wasn't just a game, it was a drama, a thriller, and it was destined to be decided in the final seconds. Today we are diving into this unforgettable match, but before we get started, subscribe to our channel and give us a like. The more subscribers we get, the more goals Salah will score this season. Want to test this theory? Let's dive in. Even when the starting lineups were announced, it was clear this wouldn't be a dull game. Liverpool lined up a 4-3-2-1 formation, classic slot, classic us. Atletico went with their usual 4-4-2. Both teams stuck to their familiar setups, so it all came down to individual brilliance. And that's exactly what happened. Fun fact, there was only one Englishman in the starting lineups of both teams, and surprisingly, it was Conor Gallagher for Atletico. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you make of the lack of English players in Liverpool's team? The surprise of the night was Isak's debut in the first team. Slot had emphasized before the match that the Swede wasn't fully ready and could at best play one half. Many expected him to come on in the second half, but Arnett threw a curveball and gave the forward a start. Overall, the debut left more positive impressions than negative ones, but more on that later. Let's go to the match. From the opening whistle, Wood took control and delivered a historic performance. This isn't just a figure of speech, it's a fact. It was the fastest 2-goal lead in the club's history. Meanwhile, Atletico set an unwanted record, conceding 2 goals in just 6 minutes. Salah became the first player in Champions League history to score an assist in the opening 6 minutes of the match. And speaking of records, this was Jan Oblak's 500th game. Some jubilee, huh? Oh, and it was also Arne Slot's birthday, so some celebrated in sorrow, while others were in euphoria. There was a lot of talk before the match about this being a clash of 2 teams that splashed big money in the transfer window. We've already heard plenty about our spending, so we won't rehash that. But Atletico dropped 400 million euros, signing a whopping 10 players. Yet, unlike Liverpool, who have a cohesive squad, Atletico's depth, well, the deepest in Simeone's 14 years at the club, raises questions about quality. Their La Liga start backs these up. 1 win in 4 matches and 11th place. Not exactly a stellar beginning, to put it mildly. Liverpool, on the other hand, came into the match in high spirits. 4 wins out of 4, all clawed out with championship grit and skill. The team showed they don't switch off until the final whistle, always pushing forward. Some joked we'd win again in the dying minutes, but as they say, every joke has a grain of truth. The match kicked off with lightning-fast Liverpool onslaught. In the 4th minute, Mohamed Salah masterfully curled a free kick that ricocheted off Andy Robertson into Jan Oblak's net. Before Atletico's fans could catch their breath, Salah struck again 2 minutes later. After a slick 1-2 with Ryan Gravenberch, the Egyptian danced past 3 defenders and coolly slotted home the second goal. It was Liverpool's fastest ever start in European competition, 2 goals in 6 minutes. Gravenberch, by the way, was one of the standout performers in the first half. His ability to find pockets and space between Atletico's defensive lines allowed Liverpool to tear apart Simeone's typically tight structure. Salah, despite criticism for an inconsistent start to the Premier League season, reminded everyone why he is one of Europe's most dangerous forwards. His goals and confidence on the pitch dispelled any doubts about his form. By the way, we talked about his form and made a prediction in our last video, and we were right. Make sure to check it out. It's worth noting that Wirtz and Frimpong played key roles in the second goal. Wirtz drew defenders' attention, forcing them to split their focus between him and Salah. Meanwhile, Frimpong's constant overlapping runs created space for the Egyptian. That's exactly what happened for the second goal. Frimpong's run caused hesitation, a bit of chaos ensued, and the lightning-fast Salah capitalized. It seems the chemistry between the newcomers and veterans is coming together, and it's only going to get better. Isak, who already showed decent link-up play with Wirtz, adds to that optimism. This match seems to put to rest any doubts about the wisdom of signing Florian Wirtz. He's improving game by game, creating chances for teammates. His standout moment was an unrealized assist to Salah, who hit the post, and a pass to Frimpong, who was denied a shot. The German is getting sharper in attack and more involved in both supporting and defensive play. But back to the game. After the 2 goals, it felt like things were almost too easy. It didn't seem like we'd stop at 2. The players were buzzing. This was the Liverpool we'd been missing. Everything clicked effortlessly. Even Isak, who is still finding his form, looked confident. His individual contribution was modest, playing 58 minutes with 2 shots, 4 touches in the opponent's box and 81% pass accuracy. Not the greatest debut, but it's clear he's not yet at his peak. He needs time, and Slot is easing him in carefully. It's great to see fans recognizing this and supporting him. Isak was replaced by Ekitike in the second half, who posted better numbers: 3 shots, 90% pass accuracy, and 4 touches in the box. By the way, if you want to stay on top of all the team and player stats, get the latest Liverpool news, and feel like you're behind the scenes of the world's greatest club, download the LFC Live app. The link is in the description and pinned comment. On the 58th minute, Slot made a triple substitution. Bradley, McAllister, and Ekitike came on for Frimpong, Gakpo, and Isak. Bradley slotted in at right back. Wirtz moved to the left flank of the attack, Szoboszlai took his place. McAllister dropped into the holding role and Ekitike went up top. Liverpool kept pressing. But Atletico aren't a team to roll over. Late in the first half, Marcus Llorente, who hunted Liverpool back in 2020, reminds us of his threat. His unexpected mid-range strike caught Alisson off guard, though the hosts protested, believing Antoine Griezmann, who was offside and interfered with the keeper. The referee, however, allowed the goal, making it 2-1. In the second half, Atletico leveled the game, and Llorente proved his knack for punishing Liverpool once again. On the 81st minute, his volley after a ricochet off McAllister equalized the score. It seemed like Anfield would fall silent again. Just like 5 years ago when Llorente crushed Liverpool's Champions League dreams. But this time, fate had other plans. As the clock ticked into the final minutes, Liverpool flipped on their new slot time mode. On the 90th minute, Virgil van Dijk, the true captain, rose the head in the corner, snatching victory for his team. Our mentality and DNA were on full display. Cue absolute pandemonium. The red half of the stadium erupted in euphoria. It was clear this was the win. Diego Simeone once again couldn't contain his emotions and got into it with Liverpool fans, earning himself a red card from the referee. Later, he claimed the fans had been insulting him and his team for the full 90 minutes. We are fighting hard against racism, so why shouldn't we fight back when we are insulted? For the entire match, Liverpool fans were hurling all sorts of comments at me. I'm a good person, Simeone said. This is the same good person who, after a friendly against Feyenoord in 2021, lost his cool and shoved Arne Slot. We all get why he snapped. Losing in the dying minutes stings, but that outburst made the victory even sweeter.
Nice.
Overall, despite the scoreline, this was our game through and through. We had 56% possession, 20 shots, 6 on target, compared to Atletico's 10 shots, 4 on target, and created 7 big chances to their 1. Everything went according to our script. The 2 goals conceded were more about individual errors. For the first, we lost focus briefly, Llorente drifted out of position and struck. Griezmann seemed to interfere with Alisson, but the ref disagreed and allowed the goal. The second came from an unexpected ricochet. It underscores how critical it is to stay switched on at this level. Post-match, Slot said, "I saw a lot of positive, but this isn't the first time we've let a 2-0 lead slip. Last season, we weren't known for these lapses, so yeah, there is a lot to work on, but also a lot to be pleased about." This match was a true reflection of Liverpool's spirit, passion, drama, and unwavering belief until the last second. We saw a team capable of seizing control in a flash, setting records, and yet reminding us that even in the brightest moments, concentration must be absolute. Llorente's 2 goals showed that mistakes at this level aren't forgiving, but Van Dijk's 90th minute strike proved that slot time isn't just a phrase, it's the new reality for the Reds. Reflecting on this match makes you think. Liverpool are progressing, but there is still work to do. The chemistry between newcomers like Wirtz and Frimpong and veterans like Salah is strengthening. And Isak's debut adds optimism. But letting a 2-0 lead slip is a warning that the team needs to shore up their consistency. Slot hit the nail on the head. There is plenty to be excited about, but also plenty to improve. So Reds, let's keep pushing. Support the team. Share your thoughts in the comments. What did you make of Isak's performance and Salah's tactics? Download the LFC Live app and stay in the heart of the action. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Together we'll make Anfield roar even louder, and Liverpool will keep racking up victories. You'll never walk alone. Bye bye.